Good morning and welcome back to the channel. You are here with me today on race day, where we are taking on the available car Derby 10 mile. So today's going to be a slightly different video to other race day vlogs we've done, where we've been a little bit more focused on the actual race rather than the videoing side. So today we've got to collect bib number from registration tent, so we will do a full race day vlog, everything from dropping in a couple of images of my breakfast and a little talk about where we are, who we're doing. We'll get the video on the go when we jump in the car, rounding the lads up, all the way through registration, picking race bib up, start line, race, and then conclusion to end. So yeah, we are now on about 6:45. I've been up since about 6:45. Had coffee, some electrolyte tablet in or an electrolyte tablet in some water, and a couple of crumpets for breakfast, just to top up on last night's carb load from the spaghetti. And we will now head off in about 10 minutes to start picking the lads up. So a little bit of admin. Please, if you are enjoying these videos, like and subscribe. Drop me in the comments as to content that you'd like to see over the coming weeks. But yeah, we will see you shortly. Derby stage vlogs we've done, where we are, who we're doing. We'll get the all the way through registration, picking race bib up. So we'll now head off in about 10 minutes to start picking up. But yeah, we will see you shortly.
Now arrived down at Derbyshire, physio beds, local physio, run downs before and after the race. We've got the Derby runner down here. Right, so we on behind me here, we will, and then we're going to head out. That is race number collected, and then head out for a quick guys, we are now down at the start line. We'll pick up, go around with the camera, and probably not a bad thing. It means I can keep my hands free just spot. With a 1:36.41, which was the target for Telford in a few bits through down by the river, with the in a separate video tomorrow from there. So we have now arrived down at Derby Arena, where we've got a bit of a race village going on. We've got some physio beds and a local physio company who are doing free rub downs before and after the race. You've got Derby Runner down here, who are sponsoring today and are offering 20% off to runners. You've got a little bit of a hot cold drinks stall as well, and then I think we are indoors for registration. So we'll take a walk through and see where we go. Robbie on the purchase again. Right, so we are just heading down now to registration tent, which you can see behind me here. We will pick up our bib numbers, and then we're going to head out and do a quick mile-ish warm-up. Yeah. Okay, mate.
So either before, if you're spectating, or after when you've been running, come down to Cafe 42. You can get tea, coffee, breakfast, foods, anything you want. A little bit of hot dogs, burgers. Oh, there's no hot dogs.
Thank you. Cheers. Definitely not elites. That is race number collected. We'll now go back and pin it onto the vests, and then head out for a quick mile-ish warm-up, and come back ready to start getting kitted up.
Olympic today.
Just off out then for easy mile-ish warm out, shake the legs out, get a little bit loose. As you can see, Sam and Robbie are already off and away. But yeah, we're just probably 11ish around here. Right guys, we are now down at the start line, back behind me that way somewhere, so we will pick up schoolboy area. We'll just lock the car up, come over to the start line. I've left the GoPro in the car, so we'll go around with the camera, and we'll just pick up some video throughout. Probably not a bad thing, it means I can actually keep my hands free just apart from the times on a video. So we'll take you over the start line, then we'll put you away till we get a couple of miles in. So the target is somewhere between 1:30 and 1:35, I think. So we'll have a look and see how we go and pick up with you later. Alright guys, just under 3.5 miles in, running pretty well. Everything's been under 10, under 9:45-ish. So anything under 1:40 today, and I'm happy as Larry. So for saying how cold it felt this morning, the sun's actually quite warm. So yeah, we're now going alongside a dual carriageway, 3.5 miles in, loop back in, around 5 mile mark ish. Just under 6 gone. We are comfortably on track. Feeling pretty good in the legs. Taken 1 gel on so far, the electrolyte tab, just to make sure we don't cramp up at any stage. But yeah, probably take another gel with 2 to go, and then as long as I'm feeling as I am now, with about 2 to go, try and kick down, get closer to the 9-minute mile point, and try and cruise home. So yeah, pick up a little bit later. So just coming up to 1.5 miles to go, guys. We are making good ground, still feeling pretty good. So last mile, we'll try and kick it down. We've upped the pace just a bit for this one, and then last mile, kick it down, and then with 1/2 mile to go, try and give it everything.
Looking good, Beckett! All the way!
Well done, girls.
Keep going, push away!
So guys, we have now finished. The guys are all in the back, overachieved on the times that they were looking at. My 10-minute PB with a 1:36.41. Within that as well, I also broke the hour for the first time on a 10k, which was the target for Telford in a few weeks' time. So that takes that monkey off my back as well. So yeah, really good race. A couple of difficult technical bits through down by the river with the bad weather over the past week or two. It was quite muddy, but yeah, really good race. Well supportive, saying it's a relatively local race, and yeah, huge PB again. So we'll give you a review and go through the stats and let you know in a separate video tomorrow from the office. So guys, we are now back in the office after yesterday's race. 24 hours to reflect on what we did, how we ran, a little bit of review as to where the targets were for the race and where we actually finished and achieved. Firstly, as I've said in previous part of the video, 10-minute PB again. Previous race at this distance was Cathedral to Castle back in March this year. 10 miles, a lot more elevation, granted, but we ran that in 1:46 high. The difference in my running performance from then to now is incredible. That's partly down to the fact that we have been following race plans from Sam Bassett, who, as I've already linked in previous videos for his channel, and we're straight off the back of this and into some continuity training that Sam's writing me, so we'll do some videos in the next few weeks about that. But yeah, so 10-minute PB, 1:36.39 according to Strava, 1:36.41 I think according to chip time. In fact, may even been 1:36.14. But yeah, I'll double check that and I'll post it into the video here. So just run through quickly as we look at the stats here. And again, I'll post them on the screen so you can see what I'm talking about. But we started mile 1, 9:11, mile 2, 9:44, 9:49 for 3, 9:54 for 4, 9:43 again for 5, and then from there we as I said, 3 miles and 6 miles, felt really strong, really good. I actually got off to a bit of a sluggish start. Legs weren't feeling brilliant. I've got a lateral tear of the meniscus, which I'm waiting for an operation on anyway, which didn't feel great first mile, 2 miles, but once we got into the meat of the race, around 3.5 miles when I first jumped onto the video, I was okay. I was flowing quite well. The legs themselves, with the exception of the knee, were really comfortable. So yeah, we then went on mile 6. We kicked it down to 9:34. Then 7 and 8, we had 2 miles at 9:43. Mile 9 at 9:46. It actually felt in mile 9, as you heard me in the video, like I'd kicked the pace down a little bit from there, so into sort of 9:30s, 9:35s. But it didn't transpire that way. I don't know whether that was because of the terrain we were on at the time. It was a little bit muddy and slippy, so I was a little bit more cautious underfoot at that point. But yeah, so it felt like we kicked down a little bit more. There was also a slight elevation gain on that, not huge, but a slight elevation gain. And then we got into mile 10, where I felt really good, really strong. Picked up the pace. I was running pretty well all the way through, but sort of picked up the pace, got round to the half a mile to go point, and was then starting to feel really good. So sort of 800 meters to go. Knew I'd got a bit in the tank still. Knew we'd got a drive for home.
and then as we came around the corner, I got told there's about 350 metres to go, at which point I just burst into what was almost a sprint for me at that point. And yeah, just started to cramp up. Both hamstrings started to cramp up as I crossed the line, but nothing too serious. It was just a little bit, I think, of the change in speed at that point. So from about mile 5 on, I started setting targets out in front of me. So people that were running in front of me, I set them as a target to try and chase them or pass them, and continue past them. And then as we came in from about the last half a mile, I probably passed about 15, 16, maybe 17 runners, and probably 6 or 7 of those were passed as I came in around about 400, 500 metres to go. So all in all, really good race. Hopefully, for those of you that have never been involved in an official organised race like that, this vlog will have given you an insight into collecting race numbers, the sort of the buzz around the area on race day, a little bit of an insight, as we've done in other videos, as to the actual the race itself, and then a little bit finishing and medal presentation, etc. I say presentation, as you cross the finish line you get given a bottle of water and a medal put around your chest, but yeah, so yeah, as always guys, I hope you have enjoyed the video. As I mentioned right back at the start of this video, please like and subscribe. Drop me comments into the comments details below as to the type of content you'd be keen to see on the channel. We're going to come back with a video just focused on Nike and the Vapourflies and the service I've had from Nike. For those of you that saw last week's vlog, you'll see that I had a issue with the Vapourflies coming up a little bit too tight across the bridge of my foot. So I'm just really happy with the service I got from Nike. So I just want to do a quick review to talk about that, because I know they come in for a little bit of criticism from certain channels on YouTube. So yeah, we'll put that out, and then we will be back next week with a standard training vlog. So possibly out tonight, 24 hours after the race, which will be the first time I've been able to do that after a race since I started. But if not, we'll be back into this week's plan as of tomorrow. So yeah, as always guys, thanks for watching, and we will see you soon.